Hey everybody, what's going on? What is going on? If you can hear me okay, please do me a favor and just comment so I know that you can hear me. Welcome to another Money Making Monday 2022. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. So if you guys can hear me, do me a favor and you can just comment. I can hear you. That way I know everything is working how it's supposed to. And there's a new cool feature here in StreamYard that I can play some music. Let's see how this works. Well, I don't hear any music. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So let's see if you guys can hear me. I see here. Tyler, how's it going, buddy? Can hear you, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Todd, loud and clear. Ray, I hear ya. Shaheen also. Okay, so great. So we have sound. That's what I'm talking about. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So what I want to talk about today is, as you can see in the title, that your network is your net worth. And what I mean by that, and what does that have to do with paper call? So, what I mean by that is that going to events and meeting with other people that are also in the business, whether they're in the technology side, in the publisher side, media buying side, advertiser, or end buyer. Uh, that is what's all about: networking with them, shaking hands with them, and making new connections. That's something that I wanted to talk about today because I was a little surprised that I didn't see many of you guys in San Diego and lead gen world. I saw a lot of the other, top players in the industry, but I was expecting that, more people would show up. And what I mean by that is m- meeting in person and having those conversations with people in person. It can be life changing. In a few seconds, there's something that can be said that can give you a whole different perspective about what you're doing. And what I mean by that, let me just show you. I'm going to show you a quick recap of our trip to San Diego. So, pretty much, we just made a quick video from iPhone footage just to show you who was there and who we met with and how much fun it was. And then I'm going to talk about, the outcome of the event. So, give me a second. Make sure you turn the volume up because this is going to be fun to watch. So, here you go.
Cheers. First of many.
So, what do you guys think about that one? It was definitely a lot of fun, and you can see everybody in the industry was there. So that's why I wanted to make this call today, this special money making Monday call, letting you know that your network is your net worth. So the next event, show up, shake hands with myself, with the rest of the people that are there, learn from them, network with them, build relationships. Okay, because a lot of people fail to realize that there is no money unless there is a relationship first. So invest in yourself, show up, be ready to learn, be ready to network, and be ready to make it happen. And that's what's going to differentiate the average from the great. Okay? So, with that being said, I want to share with you two upcoming conferences that you definitely have to be there. You definitely have to go, okay? Because that's only going to make you a better performance marketer and only is going to increase your network, which is ultimately going to increase your net worth. Okay, so LeadsCon, that's coming up. LeadsCon 2022 is going to be in Vegas, the Paris Hotel, and it's going to be March 21st to March 23rd. If you ever been to one of my Vegas events, you know that they are a lot of fun. Okay, so and I love Vegas, even though it's not Miami. I still like Vegas very much. Okay, so make sure that you show up to the LeadsCon. Okay, and that again, that's going to be March 21st to the 23rd. A lot of buyers are going to be there. A lot of publishers. Everybody that is in the industry will be there. Uh, so the next one, it is Affiliate Summit, probably one of the biggest event that you can go to. All right. Yeah, I had no audio there. So this is gonna be in New York. And my man Ron, what's going on? Ron was looking, like a G in the video. You know what I'm saying? Ron was doing his thing. Ron, you're right. Skype will only get you so far. Definitely showing up and shake greasy hands. I don't know about the greasy hands, but yeah. You definitely got to show up, man. You got to show up and you got to shake hands and you got to take pictures and you got to have dinners and you got to network for sure. So here's Affiliate Summit, and Affiliate Summit East is going to be in New York at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square. Beautiful hotel, Times Square. I haven't been to Times Square after the pandemic, so I don't know how it's going to be, but definitely one conference that you want to go. And here again, you're going to meet tons of publishers, media buyers, networks, offers. I mean, the whole nine yard. And I believe if you are an affiliate, right, you can go to this event for free. So you can request an affiliate pass for free. All you have to do is fill this out with your information and upload some proof of some affiliate payments. So whether it's a payment that we send you or payment from any other network, and then you submit it and then you fill out this, and then they will give you a free pass. Otherwise you will have to buy a pass here, and I believe it's like 200 bucks, I guess, right now. Okay, so this is an event that I will most likely go to, as well as LeadsCon. And again, your network is your net worth. So there's only so much you can get done in Skype or in Slack or through Messenger or WhatsApp or phone calls. Ultimately, you want to show up and meet people in person, and you want to ask questions. And you'll be surprised how most people will be more than willing to share with you what's working with them and how they got it working. Because at the end of the day, you might see that as competition. Like, why will somebody, show me what's working with them and stuff like that? But once you made it, like, you could care less. Like, this is what I'm doing. It's working. If you want to do it, do it. There's enough money for everybody. At least that's how I think. There's some people that be like, oh, don't show people how to do this, blah, blah, blah. But come on, man. Like, how much money is enough money? Like, how much money you want to make? Like, relax. There's money for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, again, show up to the events, network, shake hands, be a real paper caller. Okay, buy yourself a Lambo. All right. With that being said, man, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below, and let's get this going. Yeah, May 24th. Yeah, that's May 24th, 25th. If you guys are still there, you still hear me. If you have some questions, go ahead. So Lloyd is saying that New York is still packed. I haven't been to New York, after the pandemic, but yeah, definitely. I can only imagine. I wonder if they have those rules that you have to be like carry like a vaccinated card to go to restaurants and stuff. No? Okay. Cool. You guys are quiet today. You got to have some questions. Come on. Whether it's paper call related or whatever you have in mind, go ahead and ask away. Oh, you need your car. He says, yes, you need a car. Yeah. Oh, it's not going to be fun. That is not going to be fun, my friend. That's not going to be fun at all. Uh, LeadsCon. I went to LeadsCon last year, and actually recently I went with Bill Somerville from Policy Buying, and it was a lot of fun. We definitely had a lot of fun out there. Yeah, great guy. Definitely looking forward to doing it again. So, Eric, how's it going, buddy? New York, you need your car. Not liking that very much. What verticals are up? Okay, there you go. Now we're talking. Now we're getting into it. Yes. What verticals are up and running right now? Is Medicare still down? Actually, Medicare just went live. Oh, we're just finalizing some testings, and boom, boom, we're ready to go. Okay. So, yep. And other verticals that are up and running are also like auto insurance, up and running, all the home services, plumbing, carpet cleaning, mold, water restoration, biohazard, um, and final expense. I have to double check with Clayton, but I believe we have some campaign there, as well as a regional pest control campaign and a CPA campaign for credit repair. Pest control, we just onboarded a new buyer from California, and I have to reach out to Alexander in New York City to see if he's down to kill some roaches, and we can get that going. All right. Can we run mass torts like legal auto accidents and all in Google? Yes. Can you run it? Of course you can run it. It's going to be very expensive. You're going to be competing with law firms and other marketing agencies that are probably going to have pretty large budgets. But if you can find keywords that convert and you can still have a positive ROI, go for it. Uh, just just keep in mind that it will be a little bit expensive, especially for anything like motor vehicle accidents. Andrews, what's going on, buddy? Have you tested credit repair lead campaign using messenger ads? Thanks for the advice. I will be at LeadsCon. That's what I'm talking about, Raymond. Yes, I tested credit repair with lead gen ads, and it works fantastic. So I tested it with ManyChat actually. And what I did is in ManyChat, I updated. First of all, I updated my ManyChat. So let me tell you how I did it. Give me 1 second. All right. So hold on. I want you to see my beautiful face. So let me tell you how I did it. So what I did is I created the ad, right? And instead of sending them to somewhere like like a landing page or a lead ad or whatever, I sent them to Messenger, and it was just a bot, the same questions, right? And then this bot will ask for name, if they were if they were interested in fixing their credit, email, phone number, and then I connected it through ManyChat. I upgraded the ManyChat account, and then I did some integrations in the back end, like webhooks, to send SMS via Twilio. Now ManyChat has it integrated, so you don't have to do this. Like you can just do it in ManyChat, but it works great. It works really great. Okay, so try it out. Um, any nuggets learned from San Diego that you want to impart on us? So I personally didn't have enough time to go to other sessions and see what other people are doing. It was more of a networking for me, meeting buyers and connecting and stuff like that. But Clayton did go to a few sessions himself and lead generations and stuff like that. And one thing that stood out is something that I've been saying for a while, we've been saying for a while, is that when you start a new campaign, you shouldn't start a new campaign where your marketing objective or your campaign objective being conversions, unless you have previous conversions on that pixel. So you should always start your campaign either through traffic or engagement, just to get data going through the pixel. And then once you have conversions happening, then you can switch and then optimize for conversions. So pretty much what you want to do whenever you start a campaign, whether it's Facebook, Google, or any other platform, what you want to do is you want to first bring in some data at the lowest cost possible, which usually means traffic or engagement. And then once you do that and conversions happen from that traffic, then you want to switch and you want to optimize for conversion. I hope that makes sense. Uh, Pest control, definitely, especially New York City and the five boroughs. Final expense, it's a great campaign also. Medicare is still not connecting when I call. How long has it been live? We're actually working on it before I jump in the call. We just in the testing because we're connecting the RTB with some new fields, but that should be done as soon as I finish this call. Adam, an honor to have you here. When someone new to the industry go to the first trade show, what should they do in advance to prepare? What should the day look like? Expo hall or panels? That is a great question. So I believe that when somebody new goes to a trade show for the first time, uh, they are in that, I don't know if euphoria stage will be the right word for it, but they're in that wow stage, right? Like, wow, so many people here, so many things are going on. Everything is new, everything is shiny. So time goes fast, pretty fast, right? So, what I would recommend is to look at the speakers in advance. So, if anything catches your attention, make sure that you make time and you set up your calendar and a reminder to go to that session, right, to the ones that you're really interested in. Also, I think that you should work the expo hall, and if you have business cards, or you know if you don't have business card, at least have like a QR code for your information or something like that. And then just talk to everybody, like you can always break the ice by asking, what is it that you do? And people love to talk about what is that they do, and then you can tell them what is that you do, and then the conversation flows from there, right? So that will be the second recommendation. And the third one is to prepare in advance. I will say, like, again, like business cards. Make sure that you have a website so they can look at you. Make sure that you have an email, and make sure that you connect with people that are going to the event beforehand, whether it's to plan like a dinner or a lunch or a breakfast or some type of other activity in advance, right? So you're not winging everything. So if you know that I'm going and Adam is going and so is going and so is going, like, hey, let's have lunch on so date, or how's your schedule looking like for dinner and stuff like that, and then you can talk and network. So that would be my advice. If you have something else you would like to add, I would love to hear you. Is TikTok and Snapchat viable for pay per call? It is, depending on the offer. All right. So TikTok and Snapchat usually attract a younger audience. So you will have to look for an offer that will attract a younger audience. Uh, Usually that will be some type of educational offer or something along those lines, right? Something that will, you know, connect with younger people. And the other issue that you have here is that younger people don't necessarily like to make phone calls. They like to do everything over text. So you might want to test, like, form fields, landing pages as well, alongside with paper call, just to make sure that it's working out for you. Flight seems to be interesting. Well, flight is very interesting, my friend, and I'm glad that you brought that up because I was going to talk about what we're going to do with flight next. But it's only fair that you click the link above or below or on the sides of this video, and it's going to say StreamYard, and that way I can see your name and your picture, and I can address you properly. Spanish is still not connecting. All right, we'll figure that out, Clayton, if you can look into that. Double up in 2022. That's what I'm talking about, Lance. And definitely we have to go again in that beautiful yacht of your friend here in Miami, when the weather gets better, because right now it's about 48 degrees. It's super cold. Kane, about to get started. Are life transfer considered as phone call as well? Like, can we or our agent call a lead, qualified, and transfer it to Ringba? Yes, you can do that. Just make sure that you're calling compliant data and make sure that the buyer knows that you're sending transfers. There's a little more due diligence when it comes to life transfers, because nobody wants to get sued because somebody was spam calling them and stuff like that. So that will be something that you want to make sure that your data is compliant and your buyer knows, and you can show the lead journey uh, to your buyer. Can't find the StreamYard link. Huh. Oh, I can see Arijit. I can see now your name there, so no problem. Clayton, a great thing about going to dinners or lunches is that there are usually several people going to the same dinner that you might not have had a chance to meet otherwise. Exactly, exactly. And then you meet them in dinner, and then hey, you exchange information, and you start developing a relationship, right? So dinners are amazing, and sometimes I go to these shows and I have a lot more fun at the dinners than I do walking the expo halls. So, Armin, is a chat feature on your site a good avenue for convention, especially insurance? Yeah, of course. There are services that can either do it completely automated, or there's services that you can pay to have an agent 24/7. I think it's like $1 an hour or something like that, and then live agent will, maybe there's cheaper ones, but that one that I know of is called Talk, something like that, with a TWAK, and you can pay like that, and then they can answer it. So with insurance, a lot of people like to fill forms because they want to see like a quote, like an instant quote right away, right? They don't want to jump in the phone. I don't know if you ever call, like, like auto insurance and stuff like that. It's they have lengthy IVR for the most part, but in general, it will help anytime that you can help connect the visitor to what is that they're trying to do. It will definitely help your conversions. So, but then you got to test it like everything, because maybe having like a chat widget will take away from your calls, because more people might be inclined now to chatting instead of calling. So you got to test everything. Every single ingredient, or I should say, every single element that you add to your landing page, it will somehow, some way affect the the journey that you're trying to have this lead go through, right? So make sure that you test every single thing and you keep a log of what is it that you're doing. Like, am I changing the ad copy? Am I adding a chat widget? Am I changing the images? So you can go back and see what works best. Um, Alex, as a pest control company, why is it so hard to find paper call companies who want my money? Oh, that's a great question. So I tell you what, um, because it has to do. I disconnected my mic there for a second. I hope that you can hear me now. So I tell you what, because as a how you call as a paper call company, we sometimes look at campaigns more in a nationwide, because it's cheaper for us. It's cheaper to run a nationwide campaign than it is to run a local campaign. The lead cost is lower, and the ROI. Oh, they're saying that there's no audio. Can you hear me? Oh yeah. All right. All right. There's audio. So the lead cost is lower and the ROI is higher. So when you take on a client that has like a limited geographical location, that means that your lead cost is going to be higher, right? So, for example, in your case, Alex, you do, the five boroughs, right? Like you do New York City, Bronx, Queens, Long Island, and some other that I can't remember, right? So Brooklyn. So now that means that all my ads will have to be, concentrated in that space, right? Which is a big, pretty space. I don't know how many people live there, but I'm assuming that it's a lot of people, right? So now you got to run those ads into that specific geographical location, and then your lead cost is going to be a little bit higher than it would be if I was running a nationwide campaign. So I don't know if that answers your questions or not, but me as a marketing or as a lead gen, I usually tend to focus on things that I can scale, right? Because there's more people. Instead of targeting, I don't know how many people are in that area, but let's just say that it's like 20, 25 million people. Instead of targeting 20, 25 million people, or nine, whatever amount of people it is, I would rather target the whole U.S., which is like, like 300 million people. So my lead cost will be a lot lower. But again, that doesn't mean that they don't want to take your money. Like, I will gladly take your money and provide you with what is that you're paying me for, which is pest control calls. So what I'll do is I'll have Clayton reach out to you, and let's set up a way that we can take your money and send you some calls. Sounds fair? Let's make it happen. Uh, Rick, can you see my name now? Yes, sir. I can see your name. Thank you so much. What was your question? Flight seems like interesting. All right, so I'll talk about flight real quick. But before I talk about flight, let's just close this pest control thing here. So 22 million people. Yeah, there. I was close. I was close. Let Alex. Yeah, yeah. We'll definitely set up a time to talk. Definitely looking forward to it. Let's kill some roaches. All right, let's talk about when you say flight seems interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a next challenge. This challenge is going to be a flight booking challenge, in this challenge, I am going to show you how to set up a flight campaign, how to set up a landing page at Convert, how to set up the keywords, and some best practices to trying to keep your account as live for as long as possible. It will be the challenge I wanted to do is it will be a single day. I'll probably go on for like an hour, 2 hours of showing you everything from A to Z. Uh, and then at the end of the 30 days, whoever makes the most revenue out of all the publishers, um, we're going to give them $20,000. So the challenge is going to have a cost. I think I'm going to sell the challenge for like $97. So I'll give you the link. If you want to participate, you go in there, you sign up, you pay your 97 bucks, boom, you're subscribed. And then we'll let you know when the Zoom call is going to happen. So you can join in the Zoom call. It's going to be recorded so you can watch it later. After the challenge is done, then you have 30 days. Whoever makes the most money, obviously, is going to get paid for their calls. But on top of that, we're going to give them a $20,000 grand prize. So, with that being said, Andrew said, I want to participate, and I would love for you to participate, Andrews. So you can compete for this $20,000. We might make it $30,000, just so you know. But I'm still thinking about it because I have a another company that wants to join me. So we might, we might make it $30,000 if the other company joins me. If not, then it will be a $20,000 challenge. Uh, I want to be part of the challenge. Amazing, and I hope that you will be part of it. Our inner circle members are already in for the challenge. Yeah, if you're in the inner circle team, then obviously you're already automatically included in the challenge. I want to participate. It will be my honor and my pleasure that you do. Just curious, what is the payout on the paper called flight? So there we're going to be targeting mixed airlines and branded airlines, and the payout is going to be in the high teens, like 18, 19, 17, 20, 21, depending on the quality of the traffic. So it will range in that. It will be in that range, and your cost per click should be under $2. Your cost per conversion should be around $4 to $6. Let me know who wants my money to inbox me, please. There you go. Anybody watching, if you can generate pest control calls, hit up Alex, inbox him, spam him. He wants to give you his money in exchange for your calls. Pest control, New York City. Either way, I have Clayton reach out to you, and let's do it. FYI, on the news last year, they talk about Manhattan having 20 rats per every person who occupies space in New York City. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy, crazy. I will I would like to participate. You're welcome to do so. Manhattan has the most rats out of the five. Oh, nasty. We will participate, but if spam calls go to the blacklist, then yeah, our IVR is set up to prevent spam calls. And the IVR, obviously, we're going to create this challenge in a way that the best practices of how I done it before. So you will be copying the proven methods. In other words, you'll be copying a seven-figure campaign. All right. So you'll be copying my campaign and pretty much guarantee you that if your account can stay alive, you will make money. So Alex is about to have 1,000 DMs. Yeah, Alex is gonna get major spam from everybody. Cool. Any other question that you guys have? Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Yeah. I'm looking for your questions. All right, got more questions here. Great. So, Tony, what's going on, Tony? When were you going to go through the flight setup, Carlos? You mentioned that a few minutes ago. I'm thinking about the best time to do it, and definitely we have a lot going on, but I'm looking to fit that in the schedule, and we can do that because I got to get prepared for that. It's going to take like 2 hours. I got to, got to get mentally prepared and set aside some time, organize all my ideas so when I go live, you can, minimize that learning curve as much as I can. All right. Looking forward to the challenge. Derek, I got your email, man. Love it. Sorry I haven't been able to reply, but the answer is yes. Let's do it. Looking forward to the challenge. That's another yes. Let's do it. When are sending the link for the challenge? I gotta wait till the team puts together landing pages and all the final details, and I'll go ahead and share the link. So it goes like this for Facebook. First, create a fan page, run likes to the fan page until you have 4 to 5 times spending on your card, then create a pixel and run traffic ads, run conversion ads. Correct. But you want to create a pixel as soon as you create a fan page, and then the rest is fine. What other verticals are coming up in this season? So you have tax debt. There's a good vertical. Then you also have auto insurance. Then you have credit repair. I mean, there's tons of them. You can go to Offer Vault and see, tons of. It's just choose whatever one you want to run. You have Medicare also. Should someone with no paper call experience join the challenge? Yes, but their expectations should be different. So somebody with no paper call experience can still join the challenge and can still, participate, but their expectations should be more as a learning experience and see what they can accomplish and not so much about, I'm going to win. Maybe they can win, of course, if they're a quick learner and they apply everything. Uh, but again, there should be a different expectations in there, right? So definitely should join it, depending on the experience level. So here, Tony. Okay, thanks. If it's 48 degrees in Miami, how cold do you think is in where he's at? Yo, if it's 48 in Miami, it has to be like, like 2 degrees where you're at. Like it's like snowman, like whoa. Carlos, I need steady leads from someone looking for long term. Definitely, Alex. We're gonna reach out and we're gonna talk about that, and let's make that happen. Do you have hotel booking or car rental buyers? I don't. I don't, but there's a few out there. Also, looking forward to the challenge. It will be my pleasure. Cruise ships pretty soon. Yep, I want to participate. Let's do it. Can I have one of my guys train for paper call? What experience level? Yeah, you can definitely have. I have a lot of buyers actually that they will have their staff take some of my courses and some of my training. And actually, with that being said, I'll share something with you. So yesterday I couldn't go to sleep, so I was working late night. I was updating some IVR routings, and I take Sunday nights to prepare my week ahead, right? Like, what am I going to do Monday? What is the goals for this week? What is it that I really must do? What really needs to get done? Blah 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 blah. Right. So I'm talking to a good friend and also, a good buyer of calls, right? Awesome guy. And since I met him, I kind of been like coaching him in how he should think about media buying for his company, the way that he should organize his team, how he should run it, like to look at data to find the answers of when he should, start his operation and end his operation, like working hours and stuff like that. Anyway, to make the story short, He wanted to thank me because last year his company made $6 million in pure profits. Quote, $6 million in pure profits from applying everything. So I feel pretty freaking amazing. Not only because he made $6 million in pure profit, but what he said right before making that statement, it was like most of it are publishers that came from you, meaning people that we taught them paper call and we introduced him to him, and now they're going and working directly with him, and that helped him scale his business. I can only think about how much gross they did to be able to net 6 million. Freaking amazing. So yeah, really happy about that. What is the paper call conference in the Caribbean happening? Let's do it. Oh, you know what? We were talking about doing one in Puerto Rico. We were talking about doing a mastermind in Puerto Rico. So I think people would love that. First time caller, long time listener. You gotta love Anthony. Do you use coconut oil in your beer? Actually, I don't. My beer is just like that, just bam, wild. You know what I'm saying? Man, love you, man. With pest control, is that something you have to scale by signing multiple clients in different locales? And could it be with one funnel distributing leads to multiple clients? Yeah, so yeah, correct. So it's something that you can scale by signing up multiple clients, or you can scale by having like one main client. Like I believe just Orkin just bought Terminix, I think. And so if you get one of those on board, then you can pretty much scale as much as you want to. But yeah, otherwise you'll have to build your network of buyers by working with smaller companies. And either way, you always want to build your own assets, build it your brand, build out your brand, and then distribute leads to your buyers from your brand. Okay. Always. When is the Medicare challenge coming? So I'm thinking about doing that this week or next week. I'm actually waiting for one person to do the challenge. I'm waiting for Ron. Right now, he's in St. Lucia, living his best life. So I'm waiting for him to get back so we can do this challenge. So yeah, I think next week we'll get it done. Great. Well, guys, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and watching this Money Making Monday coaching call. Looking forward to, keep on bringing the fire. And it's only fair that we show that amazing video again before we go. So let's see it. I like it so much, we have to play it again.
Cheers. First of many.